Hi everyone. So I wanted to do a video about something called fibromyalgia. So for those of you that don't know, I suffer with fibromyalgia and have done for some years now. There'll be some that have never heard of this condition. There is a lot more awareness about this condition, so there's a lot of people that do know. But I wanted to try and explain to you what it's like having fibromyalgia, what it's like to live with. I've been trying to think of how to explain it. It's so difficult to explain to somebody that doesn't have it, how to explain those symptoms to somebody that has never experienced it before. It's really, really difficult to have to explain that. So here goes. I will give it a shot. So fibromyalgia, the symptoms will vary from people to people. Everybody is different, so everybody experiences different symptoms. So what I experience is fatigue, widespread pain, bowel problems, brain fog. I think that's probably about, oh no, and another one, sleep problems. Oh, they're awful. On top of all that, I have depression and anxiety, but I kind of think that when you live with pain, they kind of go side by side really, because you end up in this circle going round and round because you get pain, you then feel depressed because you're in pain, which then makes your pain worse, which then makes you more depressed, and you're just going round to this awful circle. So, the fatigue. It's not just, I feel a bit tired, I can't be bothered today. It is not that, okay? So, to try and explain how the tiredness is, it's like, for anyone that's had a baby, so it's like when you've had a baby, so it's kind of like that feeling when you've had a baby and then you've had either no sleep or hardly any sleep because the baby's kept you up, or you've just had the baby and you're just extremely exhausted. It's kind of like that feeling. It feels like, us people that haven't had children don't know what that feels like. It's like that tiredness you get with the flu and you feel really, really ill, but you've had no sleep. And I guess it's kind of like a little bit like that, but it's like this, the way I can explain it from my point of view is it's like you want to be doing stuff, you want to get up and I've got this and this and this to do and I want to do it, and it's almost like this heavy feeling that weighs you down mentally and physically, that is, and you're so exhausted you literally can't, you physically can't do it. That is kind of how it feels like, and it is the most frustrating feeling ever. It is frustrating. We don't want to feel like this. There's so many inside me. I'm like, I want to do, there's so many things I want to be doing. And it is so bloody annoying that you literally can't. And it is so frustrating to have to live with that every single day. Then the pain side, because these are the two worst for me, I would say, is the fatigue, the tiredness, the exhaustion, and the pain. So the pain, so imagine that you have done like this massive workout at the gym where you have pushed and pushed and pushed your body until it's like you can't literally physically do anymore. And then the next day or the day after, you wake up and literally everything is aching. You're like, oh, I can feel that workout. And literally it feels like that, on top of having the flu as well, and kind of feeling like you've torn a muscle. That can maybe give you a bit of an idea of the pain. I sometimes actually feel like my muscles are pulling and tearing. I can get every morning I wake up stiff. I wake up, sometimes I can just get pain just in my hands or just in my arms or just in my legs. And sometimes it's everywhere. It's in your joints, it's in the muscles, and it's just consumes you. And it is horrendous. Then there's the brain fog, like I said, so you forget things. I have to write everything down, otherwise I don't remember. I have to keep a diary, so I check my calendar every day, because I wouldn't remember stuff. You forget words, like literal simple words. You're having a conversation, you're trying to speak about something, you're like, what is, and it literally is gone. I'm sure a lot of people experience this at times, but it can be like that constantly, and you literally cannot find the words. They're just gone. It's so annoying. So like I said, everybody's different. It can affect people in different ways, and some people, they might find the brain fog more challenging than the pain. Everybody's different. With the pain, another thing is you are more sensitive to pain, so you feel it more, and even somebody just touching you can just be just too much. So I've said as well, it can affect my bowels, that can unsettle them, which is really annoying. But for me, that doesn't happen too often, and I do find that as long as I'm eating clean, then that's pretty well managed, to be honest. So for me, it's taken me a really, really long time. It's taken me years to actually be able to accept myself for who I am, and try not to get taken over too much by the frustration of it all. I'm still kind of working on that a little bit. But yeah, it's also, it's just taken me a really, really long time to be able to understand that this is me. And I can have times when I'm fine, and then I will have a flare up. And at the moment, I'm currently in like a 3-week, it's my 3rd week in of a flare up, and it's horrible. And everybody is different. So my story is completely different from another person's story who has fibromyalgia. But I just wanted to give a little insight as to what it can be like. And each day is completely different. And it is incredibly frustrating. But that is my life, and I have to go with it. And I've had to learn not to overdo it and know where my limit is. And I think that is real key for fibromyalgia. Now, I know this is a really long video, so I do apologise, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope this has helped you understand what fibromyalgia is a little bit more, and especially if you know someone with fibromyalgia, hopefully give you a little bit of an insight as to what their life might be like. Bye.